Yo, 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 what it do, Sooner fans? This is your host, Jay Heezy, formerly number 27 on the field, but always number one in your hearts. Here with me today, you know who it is, my right-hand man, formerly number 9 on the field, former captain, the Brayden Weight Room Willie Willis. New addition as well, number 28 on the field, D-Studs. Holla at him, D-Studs. Say hello. Yes, sir, and this is the podcast on the prairie. That was a mouthful.
It was.
Yeah.
You do good. You always do good on those, though.
You're a professional for sure.
Yeah. You know, I try and keep it somewhat.
I'm trying to slow the sleeve off. Don't be shy.
I forgot the people ain't seen that. Yeah, I put a little 2-7 on the back.
Okay.
One of my friends was like, "This is the most football player thing you've ever done," and I was like, I can accept that.
Hey, I mean, it is what it is, man. You know what I'm saying? I was B27 over here.
Yes, sir. Ski D-Studs, you and Norman?
Yeah, just been sticking around. Spring ball's actually been going on, but man, Easter weekend, nice long 3-day weekend, but can't really go home, but need the break.
Bro, the one time I'm in Norman and apparently there's an active shooter on campus, like,
nah.
Yeah,
I heard about it yesterday.
What?
Supposedly in the the group chat, all the guys, like someone said it was like red confetti was found on campus, so it might have been like, I don't know. I've heard all sorts of stuff.
That's what I heard. People were texting me and calling me and everything, and I was like, I'm not in Norman, so I don't know what's going on. But then people in Norman were telling me that like they found out that it was fireworks or confetti shooters or whatever. And it was probably a swatting attempt or whatever. I don't know. I heard a couple different things, but I mean, yeah, at first I was worried, and then I heard that, and I was like, then it turned into like, man, people are childish, but
yeah. No, I was real talk nervous at first because I was at the cottages with one of my frat brothers. We were just sitting there talking, then all of a sudden he's like, bro, there's a shooting on campus. 20 minutes later, he has 2 people that were on campus over in Dale Hall come over to the house, and they were just telling us like, yeah, we got the notification. Then we heard 2 shots outside. I'm like, wait, hold on, 2 shots? Like, y'all were there for it. And then I think like 3 hours go by, and they're like, never mind, all clear. I look over to, it's 2 girls, right? I look over at these 2 girls. I'm like, thought y'all heard shots. Like, I'm sitting here nervous, going off of their opinion, and then they're like, well, we didn't hear the shots until after we heard about the shooting. And I'm like,
I just think people really haven't heard a gunshot before, so like a loud noise or like a firework type noise may have made people think it was, but yeah, I don't know.
Man, while all that was happening, like like Schmitty, you got to make weight, and so like it was like I was about to go eat dinner, like I can't really cook, so like me and my friends were going like Chili's. And so, like, I took the long way, but I still had to make weight, 235 every day. So you gotta do what you gotta do.
235, that's pretty solid.
Yeah, it's like a rock.
It used to be 240.
I know. I beefed up, and then like I moved to Will from Mike.
Yeah.
And then I low key like when I was 240, it wasn't like a clean 240. Like it was me just like eating Sonic, like Whataburger, like every day to like make that weight. So I felt like I was a little meatball. But then like, during season I kind of lost it and then like put on that muscle. So I feel like I'm, like I said, a rock.
I remember my sophomore year, I did the same thing. Like they wanted me to go from like 220 to like 240 or 235. I'm like, goodness. And so my young self took that as, oh, I can just eat whatever. And my thing was Domino's. So those are the days.
It happened to all of us. Sophomore year, going from freshman to sophomore year, moved from, in the old Lincoln offense, we had a Y and we had an H. We had Grant and we had like Jay, or we had Mark and we had Dimitri, So I was a Y at first, and then, we moved to H. I moved to H, and then like the next year we put it all together. But I moved to H, and I went from 220, like 222, 224, something like that, all the way up to 245 in 3 months. and I felt terrible during that spring. Like I was still doing all right, but I felt terrible running around. I felt slow. I felt like sluggish. It was not good. But
not good.
I mean, after you play a little bit of football and the weight started to drop a little bit, start to become good weight. So, you know, it eventually became good weight and it felt a lot better.
D Stutz question.
All right, send them to me.
I just really got one. You told me you were doing your hair before we started the podcast. And look, hey, we got to tell Sooner Nation the whole story, right? So I text Danny and Brayden. I'm like, yo, like, when are y'all going to be ready to record? And then I said, I can be on in 10 minutes. Danny's like, I'll be on in 15. You know, I got to do my hair. Jay Hall, I'm sure you don't have those problems. So I was just like, oh, okay. We woke up early on a Saturday morning, and now we're just taking shots at people.
My
and
bad,
then we show up to work looking like this.
So what happened was, you know, I didn't really set no alarm because I was like, I'm going to just sleep. You know, that's a rare thing for a football player to get time to sleep in. And so, like, bro, when I woke up, you know, it's like good sleep. And you're like, well, you wouldn't know, but like when it's like good sleep, you'd be like switching from the side to the back. You get like that mohawk. And so, like, that's what happens to me. And I can't hop on here with no mohawk. So, you know, I got to like mess it up a little bit, you know, so it looks like, you know, how it looks.
Yeah.
Like. This is a work of art, you know.
You're right. I would not know.
I don't really have the best hair, but, you know, I make it look good for what I got. I'm going to try and hold on to it as long as possible. I ain't going to quit on her like how you quit on your hair.
Quit on her.
But
I didn't quit. My hair quit on me.
Man,
I ain't glad that you kind of quit.
No, bro, nothing grows right there. You see that in the middle?
Okay, yeah. I mean,
you see
now
like the middle is like
because you shaved it off, but at the time, it wasn't like it was like you weren't like you weren't bald. Like, let's be real. Come on now, you quit on it.
I mean,
he pledged, and then he like went ahead and did off with it, and was like, I'm never going back. You quit on it. Let's just be honest.
It was stressful, bro, because I had this thin spot in the middle of my head, and I was just like, bro, like, I'm tired of living like this. Like, every time I would bend over, every time I would bend over, I'd be concerned about people seeing the top of my head, so I made sure I stood tall in conversation.
Oh my god,
it's a tough life.
I remember like being like that freshman, like, you know, just kind of coming in, and I saw like your locker. You know, they got the old pictures. I was like, who is that man? Like, I saw like old head of hair, like you kind of had something going. I was like, that's not Jay Hall.
Hair, no way, and everything.
So this is the same guy.
Hey, bro, it ended up working out for me because it low key turned into a trademark. Like, what other 6'2", 240-pound light skinned bald dude lives in Oklahoma that you know?
That's true.
That's very true. That's true. Like, it's very distinguishing. Like, you know, when you see like The Rock, you're like, oh yeah, that's The Rock. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you were to see The Rock standing facing the other way, you could probably still be like, oh, that's The Rock.
Yeah.
So you see Jay Hall standing there, you're like, oh, that's got to be Jay Hall. You know?
No, it's funny though, bro, because I was in the car yesterday, right? This happened to me twice yesterday. I was in the car with shades on, windows tinted, everything. Joseph Wete pulls up next to me with his girlfriend. He's a little bit in front of me. He backs up a little bit. They're both looking at me. They're like, Jay Hall? I roll down the window. I had shades on too. I take off my shades. I'm like, hey, Wete. And so then I'm in the gas station later on that night. And I'm getting a cup of coffee because it was late. This is like after the shooting. I was coming back to Ardmore.
Right.
Stop at a gas station, fixing a coffee, facing the wall. These people walk into the gas station. They're behind me. Hadn't even seen my face yet. They're grabbing some candy or some snacks or whatever. And I hear, Hall? I'm like, I turn around. There was two of them. One guy's like, I knew it. And I'm like, how did you even, like, I don't know. Maybe, it's got to be the dome.
Mm-hmm.
Danny will get there.
And now you got a sleeve too. So, I mean, you're just really distinguishing yourself. I mean, if we're being honest, you got the head, you got the beard, sleeve, like what else is there that, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's got to be Jay Hall.
You really a trademark for real.
Yeah. Blessed and highly favored.
Flavor.
But yeah,
That do taste pretty good.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, fellas, pro day. Danny, it was nice to see you at pro day. Brayden, I thought you did a good job.
Appreciate you.
Well, let's start with Danny. Let's do it backwards. Danny, what did you think about being at pro day? Because that was what, your second?
Yeah, my second pro day.
Okay, so when you pull up the pro day, what are your thoughts? Like when you see all the scouts and everything and the process, what did you think about the day?
Well, the first thing I did was put on my shoes that gave me an extra like 2 to 3 inches. So like, I'm like,
okay, no, hold on. Before you go forward, that is a good thing because it's I don't know what happened, but apparently I might have went to pro day like a year ago, or like J Hall's pro day or something like that, and I guess I had on slides or something. And next thing I know, at the end of the season, when it's time for me to declare and everything, they're like, "Oh, this intriguing prospect. He's only 6'2", 6'1", 6'2", but he plays much bigger than he is." And I'm like, when was I ever 6'1"? Like I've been 6'1" since like my sophomore year in high school. And so so that's a good move. Apparently they said that somebody was at the pro day and they're scoping me out and they're like, yeah, about 6'1".
Yeah, and then I was like, all right, yeah, no, for real. And then so I was like, I want to look bigger, so I got like an oversized hoodie and I stuffed it with like paper towels. And no, I'm playing. But I did put a big old hoodie on with some sweatpants. You know, I didn't want anyone to like look at me and like try and say some stuff. So yeah. But it was cool, man. Like coming out there and watching all run the 40 and just I know you guys worked so hard for that moment, and I went my freshman year, but like it didn't have that same feeling. Like coming in like, bro, like I've done so much with these dudes. Like it's just like. It's an awesome experience, like watching like JB who's worked so hard, finally gets an opportunity, and then just those other guys, and seeing all the scouts there, it's really like, dang, this is what they've worked like their entire lives for.
Mm-hmm.
And so
it's funny that you say that about the hoodie and everything, because I remember going a couple of years ago or a few years ago, and I made sure to wear our lifting shoes. They had like the 1.5 inch sole. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, J Hall's gonna be 6'3.5" today. So
I guess I didn't get the memo because
I
came out of that thing being 6'1". Like, oh man. Everybody that I met with so far in this whole process is like, man, wow. You're a lot bigger than we thought. It's like, I don't know how to answer that, I guess.
Yeah. Tell them we don't call you weight room really for no reason.
Mm-hmm. I was like, I guess. Thanks, I guess.
Yeah.
But
Danny, I will say you did look big though. Like when I saw you, like I was like, oh, okay, like he looks like a Mike.
No, I actually, speaking on that, in the weight room, because I'm like doing my dips and stuff. I remember weight room Willie over there would always have that 100-pound freaking plate like on the belt doing dips. So every time, bro, I put as much weight as I can doing them dips.
I used to make Danny strain.
Mm-hmm. I'd be feeling my arms shattered, but you still pushing me in that weight room today. So I appreciate that.
We were right next to each other, right? Mm-hmm. We were kind of rack buddies, and whatever weight like I was doing, I would be like, "Hey, Stutzko, get on the thing, come on, get on there."
He was doing overhead press, and he had like some crazy weight. And then I tried to match him, and one of our coaches got so mad because my form went straight down the drain. I was using everything to get it up, and like, I'm like, all right, bet.
Rack rival.
That's funny.
Hey, let me tell you, boys, when you're done playing ball, as I am here lately, you don't need to put on more than 315 when you're doing anything, whether it be squat, bench, or any of that. So I don't miss that part, I will say.
And what I've heard from most people is that, like, there's very few guys that still squat really heavy. Most of them are big guys, trench guys. Mm-hmm. More people like focus on like plyometrics and stuff like that in the league, so I think that's good.
You're right.
Being more explosive and quick twitched and fast and, everything like that is a little bit more important these days. Back in the day, they just wanted you as big as possible. But nowadays, they want you kind of lean, fast, all that stuff. So,
yeah. I remember when I was with the Giants, like, you try and put more weight on the bar and they're just going to be like, no, like, take it off. And I'm just like, so Schmitty, Benny Wiley minded. And I'm like, yo, like, come on, like, let's go. And they're like, nah, chill out.
Right.
It's a marathon.
Exactly. Long seasons. Long seasons.
Mm-hmm.
But B. Willie.
Yes, sir.
Pro day, family there. I pulled up. It was a good time. You looked like you did good. How did you feel about Pro Day?
Man, I felt good, man. I was overly excited to get Pro Day done with because that's kind of the last step,
Mm-hmm.
So now I could start working on like football stuff and not be working on like drills and drills only. Like, I don't have to worry about no L drill no more. Like, L drill don't even, But it was good though. Got out there, got to compete a little bit. As you know, Miami was tight, but still got out there and competed. I feel like I did, fine. I improved on everything that I did at the combine, and got out there and ran routes and felt like I was, quick and I was fluid and all that good stuff. So yeah, I felt like it was a success, and I'm hearing a lot of good feedback from coaches that I talked to saying they watched the tape or that they were there and how good I looked and everything. So it was a good experience. It was a lot, the combine, speaking in general terms, more people say that the combine is, more pressure than pro day.
Yeah.
For me, not really, because like it's football, so I just be like, I don't really care, But I will say pro day was a lot more welcoming, I guess. You got your people around, you got, all your teammates and everything. Like, after a drill, you might go dap up your teammates, or you get to go run over there, hug mom, or, look over and see your mom, and like you and just everybody, your coaches and everything are there. It's just, it's a lot more of a home vibe, home field advantage. So it was cool. And I appreciate all the support that y'all had. I mean, both of y'all were there and everything. And it was just a good old time, man. I felt like I was having fun, it's just, going out there and just doing what we do, there ain't no pressure because, we prepare for the moment. So it was fun.
Much like how you said, in terms of Pro Day being comfortable, that's how I felt. When I was running routes, you had your teammates cheering you on.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, JL, yeah, be Will. It'll make you feel good. You come back with a little bit of swagger.
For sure.
I remember you caught a ball on the sideline. That was cool. I was right there next to you. Eric Gray. Side note, Eric Gray looked great. Like, I've never seen
a couple guys that look good. EG looked good. JB really looked good. JB looked good.
Mm-hmm.
CJ looked good. I mean, some guys came
Timo had a good day.
Yeah, Timo had a good day as well.
Great day.
But
and D White, can't forget about him.
Yeah, D White looked good. Everybody came back and they looked, really good. So JB
D White looked lean. Like, he looked. I'm not gonna say he looked slim, but
he looked muscled up to me. Like, I wouldn't say, lean, I guess, but he just looked muscled up. Looked like he looked good. You know what I'm saying? Like, he looked like he fit the profile. So I mean, it was good for him, and I think he did well. And like I said, a lot of guys did well. So I think it was a good pro day for all of us.
Yeah, no, that's what's up. I completely agree. My favorite part was towards the end, bro, when I finally got to take the picture with you and your fam.
Yeah.
I was
for
like,
everybody that don't know, my parents, senior day, I don't know if we've said this before, but senior night during the season, Jay Hall was on the field, and my parents were like, oh, we got to take a picture. And I don't know what happened, but we didn't get that picture. And my parents were like, oh, man, I'm going to get on Jay Hall for not taking that picture with us. And so they've been giving him a hard time ever since. Like, every time I'd be like, yeah, Jay Hall. They'd be like, oh, tell him that he didn't take that picture with us. So right now, we not cool.
Yeah. I made up for it, though. I said,
he did make up for it. Yeah.
Talk to your mom, talk to your aunt. Oh, by the way, I guess I don't think I told you this off the pod, but I mean, I guess I could tell you on here too. Right. your mom asked me about your cousin, the one that's in Raleigh, working in North Carolina. She was like, J Hall, you're single. You know, I got this niece. She's single. Ooh. She was like, I didn't want to tell Brayden about it because I already know how Brayden was gonna act. So she was like, I've been waiting until this day to come and talk to you about it.
Who are you talking about?
Hey, bro, I'm just the messenger, bro. Not unless you got like a cousin or a family member that you just don't know about.
Well, side note, okay. Jay Hall is like my guy, so like I am a great wingman, you know what I'm saying? I will allow that, okay. But second off, I don't even know who we're talking about.
So, you know what, bro? It's okay. It doesn't even matter because I told her, I said, look, it sounded like she was telling me about it. She said she has a job, I think, working with some form of private sector company. I can't remember. But I told her, I said, you know what? J Hall's still figuring out life. I don't even have a job yet. I'm just trying to holler at chicks at Target. I don't know. I'm at a point in my life where I'm ready for that, you know? And it was funny because your aunt and your mom was like, okay. And then I was like, oh, they actually agree with me. And then like the conversation just ended. We started talking about you or something else. And I was just like, oh, I was like, can y'all like crack a joke back or something just to
just to like, yeah, you're right. Yeah, went on about their business.
yeah. Your uncle was like, he's just figuring it all out, and I'm like, yeah, uncle, talk to him.
Yeah,
like, you know what I'm saying?
Come on, man. Like, tell your wife.
Yeah, I mean, we ain't got a Target down here in Ardmore, but you know, I might pull up the Norman later on.
Go to Norman, hit the Target.
This Saturday. It's Saturday
for a quick little 2-man.
I was getting ready to say, I mean, after this podcast, it might be around 12, 1 o'clock. Girls just getting out of Hot Works and you name it. So,
matter of fact, there is a cycle bar over there right next to Target.
It is. There's also, fellas, there's also another hack. I learned it while being with my girl. Go to Ulta. They got a cologne section. But, yeah. They got men's cologne in there, but a lot of people don't know that. So go in there.
There's an Ulta
right down the street. I'm saying. Look, there's the Ulta. Go to the cologne section. It's in the middle of the store. It's like in the middle. And it's like strictly like men's cologne. Like there's a few women's down, you know what I'm saying? But that like for some reason there's just men's cologne, like a bunch of it in the middle, like really good stuff. And so like my girl go in there, I'll go in the middle and I'll be sniffing colognes, and then I'll be like, you know what? If I was single, this would be a good little spotting.
A month from now, we finna see J Hall smelling all different sorts of ways.
Yes, sir.
Hey, J Hall gonna be in there like, hey, I'm just saying, man. Hey, I'm just throwing it out there.
Danny, you missed it not last week, but last time we recorded you on spring break, we were talking about how I was at Target one time and all the baddies was in there, but I wasn't dressed. I was in like jogging pants, some beat up t-shirt, a t-shirt, some jogging shit. Mm-hmm. Anyways, long story short, we recorded, and then the next day I had to go into Target because I had to return something. So I made sure I went in there dressed decently. You know what I'm saying? Like,
not trying too hard, but not
nothing crazy. Like smooth, casual. You know. Anyways, Target is a spot, my boy. Especially like between like 11 a.m. and 2 p.m. 2 p.m. after like the women, like you said, done did they, hot work, cycle bar.
Yeah.
Trying to put you on game, my boy.
All right, bro. I'm jotting this down. These free tips. So JB said
free game. Remember, we used to have our free game segment. Yep. This is free game. This is our free game segment for the day. This is free game for all you young men out there that do listen to our podcast, and older men. I mean, hey, there'd be some good looking old women in there. I'm just saying, like, you can go out there and find you a nice. You know what I'm saying? Hey, we don't have no age restrictions over here.
Hey, especially because I'm bald, so my age range is like 24 to like 30, 40, young 40.
Yeah, hey, We also, you know, what we got to start doing. We got to start giving the ladies some tips on where we be at, because I mean, we got lady listeners. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna just exclude the ladies. Like,
Yeah.
you know, where
Where
can
to
they find
find
us at?
Well, it depends on what type of man you're looking for. If you're looking for a hardworking 9 to 5 type of guy, go to Lowe's or Home Depot.
Man,
Oh my God. You go to Lowe's or Home Depot, you might steal somebody's husband.
Hey, you actually are probably right. Yeah. We do not promote home wrecking on the podcast on the prairie.
Oh man.
If you're looking for a guy like Jay Hall,
where Jay Hall be at?
Where do Jay Hall be at? The gym?
The gym?
No. Yeah, okay. The gym. The real working men be at the gym early. Early. Like you gotta, if you want somebody who got their life together, you gotta be there. Yep. Yeah, you gotta be there between 5 and 6 a.m. at least.
Yeah. Catch them on the back end. They might be leaving around 7.
Yeah. I had this girl. Matter of fact, I went to this restaurant. I'm not gonna say where, because, anyways, man, I went to this restaurant and I was talking to this older girl. She got 2 kids, so I ain't trying to, be no stepdad or anything. But I was like, this is entertainment. You feel me? She was feeling me. I was feeling her. I was like, all right, bet. Instead of leaving my number, I just said, yo, pull up to Planet Fitness at 7 a.m. She's like, 7? And I'm like, 7. So I get there at 7. I'm looking for her. I'm like, all right. I was in there for an hour and a half, bro, till 8:30. I gave her the benefit of the doubt. Bro, she never shows up. I'm just like, all right, bet. Cool. No biggie. She runs into my friend later on that day. She didn't get there until like 10 o'clock, 10:30. She was like, maybe he should have waited a little bit longer. I'm like, nah, girl, I ain't finna chase you. You should have woke up a little bit sooner. Like, I don't care. I'm gonna stick to my schedule.
100%. You know what? That reminds me. You know what? This ain't on the topic, but it is on the topic. The days leading up to pro day, we've been getting up early to work out at our training facilities and everything. I've been training with EG and Marv, right?
Mm-hmm.
Man, EG talking about the first day when we got this. Like, I got there like Friday. Took a day or two to relax because I had been working out that week prior, and so then on Monday we got back to it. He texted me Sunday night like, "Hey man, when you gonna go up there?" I'm like, probably about like I'll give us a little bit of sleep in time. I'll probably get there at 9. I'll probably wake up at like 8.
Mm-hmm.
He say, bet. Man, tell me why. He was like, all right, just wait on me though. I'm like, okay, cool. Tell me why I get there at 9 o'clock. This man ain't show up to 10:46. 10:46.
Marv?
He texted me at no EG.
Oh, EG.
Yeah. He texted me like at like 10:15, like, hey bro, like I'm about to go grab some breakfast. I said, bro, I said 9. I said after this, I needed all the guys there because we was timing each other and everything, trying to, do little final touches and everything. But I was like, after pro day's done, I am not waiting on you to work out. He was like, good. You try to wake up at the crack of dawn. So yeah, me and EG will not be working out together because I like to get in and get out. EG like to stay up all night and sleep in and all that other stuff. So
Mr. Cartier.
that's what I'm saying. Big time. I guess.
Yeah. Then did you see him on pro day with like even while he was running, had the chains on?
I am really not surprised. Like, that's just EG for real.
That is EG. Come on,
that's how he is.
Are you a chain type of guy, D-Studs?
Nah, I mean, if I was, it'd be fake. I'm a big supporter of fake stuff because it looks real.
Yeah. Okay.
And people think I would have the real stuff, so they don't ask no questions.
I ain't mad at it, bro. What's his name said that too? What's the head coach for Colorado?
Dion.
Yeah.
Dion was capping though. Dion, like if you know young Dion, like he just saying that now because he old. Like like he's older. I wouldn't call him old, but if you knew young Dion, like half of the stuff that he advocates now for as a kid or as a coach, he wasn't doing as a kid. Like they were like he was the thing about when he kicked that kid out the weight room because of his socks or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And some people were like, young Dion would hate head coach Dion. Like, come on now. Like, Dion was wearing all types of stuff. Like, Dion was flagging. Like, Dion had the accessories on. Like, let's be real now. Like, Dion still wasn't fake.
Hey, I got to circle back around because I forgot people actually watch this. I only wear real stuff. But next time you see me, it's real. Like, if I'm wearing anything, it's real. Trust me. I promise.
Danny's like, wait, we actually have listeners.
It ain't just the guys talking. There's everyone.
Yeah, everybody.
This is, a few thousand, I think. I think we still do good numbers.
Mm-hmm.
Decent.
Yeah.
I think it'll be better once the season come back around. It's a little down right now.
Yeah. Off-season numbers are always a little bit lower than regular season. Speaking of, let me throw a free ad in there, okay? Hold on, since we don't have one. Ladies and gentlemen, this episode of the Podcast on the Prairie is sponsored by Jeremiah Hall, future financial advisor at JP Morgan or Edward Jones. If you would like to transition your 401k or have me look out or have a conversation with you about your possible long-term financial goals in terms of your children, retirement, or possible items that you would like to collect one day, please give me a call at in 6 months once I pass my exam and everything. Thank you very much and have a good day. All right. Boom.
Hey, that was pretty good on the spot.
Smooth.
Yeah, that was my plug. That was on the spot.
Wait, let me plug it in for you. Jay Hall's actually been doing my finances for the last 6 months. I've been kind of his guinea pig, and since then I've already made 10% back of my money, and it's steadily rising. So you people with the big bucks, trust him. I am, and it's been the best decision of my life. Thank you, Jay Hall. I'm forever in your debt,
bro. That's recorded. Yeah, we're gonna use that. Whenever the time comes. That was no, but in all seriousness, I think that last episode I was just talking about what my life could possibly hold for the future, and then I finally decided financial advising is in my lane. I still have dreams of wanting to start a hedge fund. I think I've told Alex and you guys that in the past, but that's a long-term goal. And so in the meantime, I was just like, you know what is in my lane? I love coaching, I love finance, I love trading, stock market options, mutual funds, all that type of stuff. And I was like, how can I combine it? I was just thinking and all that type of deal. Long story short, ended up on being a financial advisor, have made some connections since I've been done with football, and it's looking like that's down my lane. So if you know anybody who needs to move an account or anything, I'll let your boy. So free plug. Glad, Alex, do I have to pay for the ad?
Hey, man. It's a 50% discount.
Yeah. There we go. Danny, bro, how was spring break? I don't think we've talked about that.
No, spring break was good. You need that break before going to spring ball. We had mat drills for a month, and I ain't never had it that long. I heard it was just 1 week of just straight bang. What we were doing 2 times a week, I think, and then we'd do mat drills and then speed school.
Yeah,
and that was
I
a
hated
lot.
that.
And we had compete and do tug of war, and we did 140 reps of tug of war. That's insane.
Wait. What do you mean 140 reps?
We keep track of winners and losers, offense versus defense.
Yeah.
And by the end of it was 70 v 70. We ended up with a tie.
Oh.
And how hard it is to wake up. First off, it started at 6 a.m. So to be in there 6 a.m. and just get on the rope and you pulling, that'll wake you up. And then throughout the rest of the matches, you're tired from that rep of pulling for your life.
Oh, so y'all did it before this year and not after?
We did it both times, before and after.
Oh.
And
yeah.
But I need that spring break, and then man, spring ball's been great. It's kind of hard keeping up with Levy because he installs about 30 new plays a day.
Oh, yeah.
It's they're simple plays, but it's the way he gets them plays. Just different window dressing. You see all sorts of different formations, and then we have to deal with the tempo. and so you guys know how that is. But it's been awesome. And that spring game's coming up. I'm sure you guys might pop out.
Yes, sir.
Better see y'all there.
Yep, probably will be there.
Yeah, we'll be there. Oh, speaking of, we did this at the end of the show last time. I want to do it at the beginning of this one. But post spring game, we'll be on Main Street at Fading Up. Party at Fading Up. Good time, good food. We'll be there. Danny will be there. Probably Danny's new co-host. We'll announce that on the next episode. We'll do one before the spring game. But anyways, I had to make sure we plug that in. I'm looking forward to that. I think that
It'll be fun.
Yeah, it'll definitely be fun. I think they're inviting all the former players and all that back again. That type of deal.
Last year, I'm gonna need everybody to pack out the Palace like last year because that was a great experience.
That was
fun. Yeah, so I don't know. Coach Venables is not, I don't know if he's been promoting it like he was last year, but I'm gonna start the trend and we're gonna say pack the Palace this year, all right? Because that was cool last year.
Mm-hmm.
That was cool.
It's cool being
another thing. Oh, go ahead, Danny.
I was gonna say it's cool being in the stadium and like all red, like it's just all OU fans. Like that's something that we never get to experience. We always got, some away team coming in, but we always gonna pack that Palace.
Mm-hmm. Another thing I was gonna say on the plug, the day of the spring game, I'll be at the corner selling more of my gear from when I was there last year. I think I sold like 40% of the stuff that I wanted to get rid of, and so I'll be on the corner again. I can't remember the name of the store. I'll be in front of a Potham. So if you want some gear, take pictures, etc., pull up. But anyways, back to you, Danny. You said you stayed at home for spring break, didn't you? Or you were just in Florida? The guys came to you?
I went to the beach. So like in Florida, about the beach there. So it was cool. I'm from like Orlando, like the middle. And
Yeah,
there's water an hour halfway either way. But I love the beach. I got about water, and that's something we don't really have in Norman. Except
you
Lake
in Panama?
Thunderbird.
You're in Panama City.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But we got Lake Thunderbird here, but I'm afraid to get in that water. I don't know what's living in there.
Yeah, I'll just go there to fish or look at it or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
gonna jump in there and get a radioactive like superpower.
Hey, Danny, I get drafted to Tampa Bay, man. I'll be in I'm kind of in the area, down the street,
Ain't that bad?
Street. You gonna see me and Papa Top hanging out and stuff.
Oh yeah, bro. He'll probably buy a house near you, just so you can chill with B-Will, man.
Man, we be over there hanging. I know Papa Top like that crown now.
He do like that crown.
That's all we think about, man. He'll play golf and then just have maybe a bottle or two.
Ooh, hey, Papa Top could teach me how to play golf, like real good. Yeah.
What does your dad do for a living?
He runs a painting business, and so like he does commercial painting. Like he runs it. No, he doesn't. Like he's not like.
I thought you said panty.
No. I mean, you might be onto something though, but
don't tempt him.
Yeah, no. I mean, my dad could probably sell that too, but if he paints like like hotels, like schools, stuff like that.
Oh man. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
He hiring?
I mean, he'll probably hire you. He'll give you a good little job. You can always use people, man.
Hey, bro, let me tell you, looking for jobs is not what I thought it would be. Scrolling through Indeed half the day it's not fun. So make sure y'all go make it in the league, okay? Side note. Okay, B-Will.
These are my draft day glasses.
Okay, those are tough.
Secret agent, man.
I don't know how I'm gonna react when I get drafted, so I have to have glasses on. I don't know if I'm gonna cry. I don't know if I'm gonna be hyped. Knowing me, I'll probably be hyped, but like just in case the tears fall, I went and got me some shades, So
yeah.
now I'm channeling my inner EG.
Yeah, bro. I tell you when you cry, bro. When your moms give you that hug, that's when you let it out, bro. That's me. That's me.
Man.
Anytime mom's is right here, because my mom's short, her head come up to my chest. And anytime she's like, I'm proud of you, baby, she give me a hug. I'm like, oh, thank you, mama. Like, thank you.
Yeah. So I just got these just in case. You know, you can never be too sure. Probably
Where
where
you
I'm
have
at.
your draft party at?
Probably here. Yeah, probably at my house.
Oh, back and forth. Okay.
Yeah,
All
we,
right.
we have a nice little setup over here. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? And I told them I don't want to be for my draft party. We're not gonna do the typical like I'm sitting down on the couch and everybody's around and we just sitting there for hours waiting and I hold my phone checking it. And then if you don't get picked where you thought you was gonna be, your uncle come over and be like, "Hey man, it's all right, man. They sleeping on you, man." And then your auntie come over and be like, "Baby, it's okay. It's okay, baby." And then I'm like, "I'm cool. Y'all the ones that are making me anxious." Oops, sorry. Y'all the ones that are making me anxious. And so we're not gonna do all that. We're gonna be sitting up here basically having like a house party. And
Yeah.
then when my name get called, then my name get called. You know, I'm pick up the phone, be like,
Yeah.
"Oh, y'all pick me? Okay, cool." And then get back to it.
I remember on draft day or the day before the draft, I told my agent, I said, "Bro, don't call me unless I'm getting picked. Like, I don't need updates. I don't need to know about anybody else. I don't need to know who you talk to. Don't stress me out. Like, I just need to know when I get picked or if I get picked or when somebody wants to pick me up or if somebody wants to talk to me. Outside of that, don't be blowing on my phone because you're gonna make
That's
me
actually
nervous.
smart.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's actually smart. I probably do the same.
Yeah, bro.
I want to know about all this other stuff.
Bro, it was
funny.
Yeah, bro, because like sometimes he did have to call me and tell me what was going on, and so anytime you pick up your phone, your family's like, and then you're like, no, it's just my agent. And you're like, oh, and then it happens like 2 more times, and they're like, and then eventually everybody just gets tired, so they're like, okay, well, whatever, and then time goes by and that type of deal. But anyways, yeah, word from the Ross. Tell your agent that I'll be calling you.
Yeah, that's a. You know what? I never thought about that. That's a good word right there. I'll be like, yeah, man, don't be, because I'm like that too. I don't want to know all that other stuff. Like, just let me know. You know what I'm saying? If my name's called, let me know what I need to know. Other than that, I don't need to know all that other stuff.
No, you're right.
So,
Yeah. It'll keep the nerves down. I promise you.
Yeah.
Danny, we need to have a conversation with you, bro. Me and Brayden talked about this on the last episode of the podcast, but like your exposure in terms of like the OU football page and you doing all these interviews with people is a little much, bro.
Yeah, you're kind of taking away from the podcast. Like, you need to save some of that content for the podcast.
The thing is, like, I feel like I keep getting doing crazier. I was gonna jump out of a plane for like, a sponsorship for like, like you gotta come to the football game. Like, here's me jumping out of a plane, and just some crazy stuff. Because like I had the idea of like I want to go on top of like the press box.
Mm-hmm.
I was like I want to get a shot up there, and then they're like, all right, let's do it. And I'm like, bro, I don't remember. I have that much power. Like I can get on top of the press box. Like that's up there. That's up there.
That's a trip.
That's a trip. But it's cool just walking around. Just like I'll have like an hour in my day. And like,
how do they like organize that for you? Like, are they just like, yeah, go crazy, or do they tell you what to do, or
they say
what?
do whatever you want? And I was like, okay, bet. And I just go around, like, if I just find people around the place, and whatever comes to my mind, I'll ask them. And then, like, I don't know, it's pretty cool. And then I
love it.
I'll just find random questions. And like, I feel like that, like, I want to like, like media comes.
Yeah.
And they're like, we'd love to give you like an internship or something like that. I'm like, whoa, like, I was gonna like become a painter if this didn't work out. Like, I'll become
Well, I mean, the good thing is you can still do that. You can always become a painter. So.
We got him first.
Oh,
that's
man.
a cool gimmick on there. This is really where my heart's at with this podcast right here.
There you go. I didn't know though, because sometimes you be doing a lot of other stuff, and I'd be like, man, is Danny really into this like he say he is? But
nah, man, come on, y'all are family. Like that's what it is.
Okay, all right. You just have to make sure.
Yeah, we've been in that since day one. See,
I can't throw up the heart because I got the glasses on, so I got to be tough guy right now. So I can't do that right now. I got to take them off before I could do that.
Yeah.
I feel you. That's understandable.
Well, guys, that's all I got for this episode on the podcast on the Prairie. Anything else we got to share with the people?
A lot of people have been asking me who's in play to my teams. So I have an idea, but I'll probably say next because we'll have a podcast before spring game and draft and everything. So I'll probably say next podcast because a lot of teams are meeting this week and I'll have a better idea next time. I got a good idea now, but we'll have a better idea next time. And, you know what I'm saying? We'll get that out and then we'll see what happens after that. So we only got 3 weeks into it. So, yeah, see what happens.
D-Stuts, anything for the people?
Man, just happy to be on here. Happy for my boy B-Will, bro. I know how much hard work you put into this, and it's good to see it all come to fruition. Is that the word? I'm kind of young.
Sir. I think so.
So, or is it tuition?
No,
fruition.
I probably had it right.
Yeah,
but,
right.
I'm happy to be on here, man. I love y'all boys for real. And that's the podcast, I guess. Seems like that's where we're cutting off.
It's okay. I got you.
And happy Easter.
Okay, you take over. Oh, happy Easter. Yeah, that's a big one.
Yeah.
Sunday's
happy
coming.
Easter. Ladies and gentlemen, that is all we have for this episode of the podcast on the Ferry. Be safe. Driving on I-35. Tell you people you love them. Happy Easter. Have a good time. And that's all we got. Deuces.
Deuces.
Peace.